Hello, welcome to Switch Virtual Summer Camp. My name is Desola and I will be your facilitator for this session. I'm a teacher, I'm an artist, I'm a writer. I'm basically a creative rebel, so I hope you do enjoy this session. I will be leading you on the topic Step into Your Imagination because we're looking at thinking outside the box. Now, what is imagination? Imagination is the ability of the mind to be creative or resourceful. Now, a lot of you are fantastic at imagining things. Your creative ability to imagine is astounding, and that's amazing. You see, everything around us is a product of someone's imagination. So, for example, we are a product of God's imagination. The cars you see around you are a product of someone's imagination. The houses around are also a product of someone's imagination. So basically, every single bit of life, and in fact, non-living things are a product of someone's imagination. So it tells us that every single one of us have the ability and the capacity to imagine. Now, how do we use this imagination? That's a question that we need to ask. But before we go there, imagination is a part of you. Like you have your arms and your eyes and your ears and your nose, and all the major basic parts of you. Imagination is a part of you, though it's not physically seen, it's right here. Because it's via imagination that you're able to picture the type of future that you want, right? Which we know as vision. Vision is a picture of your future. Now, imagination is what gives you the ability to have that picture in your mind. Now, imagine we lived in a world where there were no cameras, there were no TVs. Maybe let's say we just had radios, right? And someone comes on air and says, "Oh, I saw a beautiful dog today." Now, a dog is something that we've never seen. It's not one of those, common things that run around. No, we've never seen a dog. And someone comes on air and says, "Oh, I saw a beautiful dog today." In your mind, you're wondering, which one is dog? What is dog? And then your mind starts creating pieces or putting pieces together to give you a picture of what a dog could be. It could be as wild as you thinking, maybe a dog is like a human being, but maybe it has something different from, being a human being. You're just, what is this dog? Until you then see what a dog is, and your mind is now able to put that information in and say, this is a dog. So every time the word dog is mentioned, you can see the picture of a dog, right? So that's how your imagination works. Your imagination works before you know the fact and after the fact, okay? Now, the thing about imagination is that it can be easily manipulated. You see, when you saw the reality of the dog, your mind captured that image and saved it in your mind. It's like your mind is a computer, or it's like a computer, right? So it took that image and saved it in your mind as dog. Now you see, the thing is, the society we are in can take basic facts and say this is how this is supposed to be, and our mind saves it as information. So when someone mentions certain topics, your mind goes straight to what has been saved in your head, or in your mind, right? So that's why I said imagination can be manipulated. And it's also why, think for example, businesses in Nigeria. So imagine on a street, someone starts this amazing business. Before you know it, by the next week, you already see two other people going to take that business and say, me too, I've started business. This is how we roll. They have stopped being original. They're not using their imagination. They're only copying, someone's idea. Now, I'm going to read what I wrote here. It says, in order to think outside the box and step into our imagination, we need to first identify the box. We always hear, think outside the box, think outside the box. But the question is, what is this popular box that we've heard so much about, but we've never seen? Is it a physical box or is it an imaginary box, right? What is this box? Now, the box we're told to think outside of are a set of values that the system around us, the system around us has created, right? It has said, okay, this is how things are supposed to be. Let's look at it. For example, what example can I use? Okay, I use businesses in Nigeria already, saying, okay, let's do this. What else can we use? Products, phones, for example. Someone thought about this ingenious idea of mobile devices, and now look everywhere. What do you see? You see different brands that have different types of phones. So everybody can choose, something different. It doesn't have to be everybody using the particular same thing. So the box is a set of values within a system, right? And most times that box has locked up our imagination, right? When we think of fried rice, for example, we already have this picture of fried rice in our head. But have you actually thought about it that what if you actually put oil in a pan or in a pot and fried rice? Isn't that fried rice? Yes, it is. But because we've grown up knowing, fried rice is this, we find it difficult to look beyond that to think of other possibilities of what fried rice could be. Right? So the box can lock up our imagination. So when we have to think of something in particular, we're just thinking about this. But it's really not supposed to be that way, right? School, for example. Why does school just have to be, you go into school, you're taught what you need to be taught, and then you go home? Why can't school be, I'm also teaching my teacher, right? Why isn't it a place of, when the teacher teaches me something, I'm also able to teach the teacher? But no, it's a thing of, I go there to learn, right? Now, the beautiful thing is, and thankfully, these values can be broken, because if there is no capacity for it to be broken, discoveries cannot be made, or they won't be made. So meaning that you would not have new cars, you would not have new phones, you would not have new ideas in the world, basically. So these values, right, that make up the box can be broken, right? And that's why in this new generation, you see that, for example, people's professions are now different from what it was back then when, our parents were younger. It's gone beyond, medicine, accounting, engineering. No, it's now gone into, you could be a DJ, you could be a dancer, you could be a TV presenter, you could be a graphics designer, you could be so many things. And the reason why you can be this is because someone stepped outside of the values that were already designed by society and stepped into their imagination, and then they made their imagination become reality. So in order for you to think outside the box, you have to build the capacity to have a flexible perspective of things. You cannot keep seeing things as A when it has the potential to be B or C or D. Think of people, for example. You probably might know one person around you who has been told, this one, it can never be anything else but this. His father was it, his mother was it, his grandfather, his great-grandfather, yada, yada, yada. But then, come down years later, you find this person being industrious. The person has, made a good name for himself despite what people said. And that's what imagination does. It opens the possibilities of potentials. There is no one set form of this is how it can be and this is the only way. No. This is the possible outcome of what this can be. Yes. But there are different outcomes. It's not a one straight road. It's a road that has many branches. The question is, which branch are you going to take? Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's not about, I can't do anything, I don't have the money, my parents don't have the money. Oh my goodness. No. The Lord gave you this beautiful gift called imagination. Imagination births potentials, and potentials birth possibilities. So the possibility of you is astounding, is beyond what your mind can imagine, right? So Thomas Edison said, if we did all the things we are capable of, we will literally astonish ourselves. Meaning, you will look at yourself and be like, me, so I could do this? Wow. It's not possible. No, stop it. Was it me? And then you be like, if I could do this, then I can actually do more, right? So your perspective has to be flexible. Don't just keep seeing 3 where there's 4, right? So 2 things. You need to change your perspective, right? Instead of wanting to get out from inside the box, I'm in the box, I want to come out. Why don't you start imagining yourself outside the box and think of all the things you can do outside the box? Think of all the possibilities, that you can do outside the box. So don't just see yourself, I'm inside the box, I can't do anything, I can't move anywhere. No. Think of yourself, I'm outside the box now. What am I going to do? How am I going to do it? When am I going to do it? What do I want to achieve when I come out of the box? That's what you need to think about. Second thing is, be original. Because when God created you, there aren't any 2 people on earth that are the same. You have twins, you have triplets, you have all of that. But they are not the same person. They have their own individual identities. So if God can be original with us human beings that have populated the earth, what exactly is your excuse for trying to copy other people when God has given you your own unique identity? No. It's time for you to, think outside the box and step into your imagination. What is that beautiful gift about you? What is that unique thing about you that is out there for the world to see? Don't try and be other people. They are already taken. Old cargo. You need to bring in the new, right? And let people enjoy what you have to offer. So that's what I have to share with you today, and I hope it touches your life and it makes a difference in you. Before I go, I'm going to recommend 3 things. One is a song. It's called Key to the Kingdom by Mr. Easy and Tiwa Savage. It was on Beyonce's album. The second one is it's 2 books. The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D and The Happiness Project. Look for these books. You can find them online and download them. They would help you. So thank you so much for being a part of this session. I hope you have an amazing time at the Switch Summer Camp. Have fun. Bye.